we want to play the LeBron game. It's a two-part game. Paulie is your host here for the LeBron James game.
Thank you, Dan. We have been off for a few days, so the LeBron James news that he is no longer a Laker and is in the market for any of number of teams.
Okay.
It's a two-part game.
Okay.
I'm going to go to you last.
Okay.
You have to tell me which team is LeBron's next team.
Okay.
And how the announcement is done, as specifically as you can.
Okay.
I will go first.
Okay.
I think he's going to become a Cleveland Cavalier.
Okay.
And I think he announces it on his cell phone from like his backyard with his family with him.
Okay.
He announces it.
Okay. Todd?
Cavaliers, Jim Gray, and LeBron
No.
together standing on social media. And Jim Gray says, and he's taking his talents too. And then LeBron says, back to the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No, you're just trying to be funny. Jim Gray's not going to do a decision, too.
They should consider that.
No, they shouldn't. Dylan?
He is going to the Warriors, and he'll announce it at the Boys and Girls Club in Greenwich, Connecticut. No, I think we get a Shams bomb. I think that's it. I think it's nice and simple.
All right. Does Sham have bombs? I thought it was Woj bombs. Did Sham take that over, too?
I don't think there's a phrase for it.
No.
Yeah. Marvin, how about you?
He's going back to the Cavaliers for the third time and a press release, just like he did with the Lakers.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I think it's just going to be more of a matter of fact, going back to Cleveland. Now, is Bronny going to join him in Cleveland? I know that he re-signed, so LeBron waited for Bronny to get a guaranteed deal with the Lakers, and then the next day announced that he wasn't going to stay with the Lakers. But if I'm Bronny, I stay with the Lakers. I would stay with the Lakers, then follow your dad to Cleveland. Great story, but, at some point, you got to decide, am I going to be LeBron James's son or am I going to try to be myself, which is he's still going to be LeBron's son, but I'd like to see him get a chance to actually play. I've been watching Summer League basketball. Of course you have.
I text you and you're like, shh, I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm watching the Utah Jazz. And speaking of which, I got Summer League odds to win the championship. If you said my Utah Jazz, you're right. Darren Peterson, he looks like a problem.
He looks good.
Yeah, but I don't think there was any, nobody had an issue with his talent. It was how much is he going to be able to play. The Grizzlies, they've won the Summer League before, second best odds. Then the Kings, Warriors, Nets, Bulls, Spurs, and the Lakers. By the way, this hour brought to you by Tire Rack. They've been helping customers find the right tires for how and what and where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation, TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be. Part 2 of the LeBron game. Is there a part 2, Paulie?
That was part. It was
1 and 2 of where he goes and how he announces.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of got rid of the drama quickly.
Do you need a part 2? I could come up with a part 2.
Yes, Marvin.
Going back to the decision.
Yeah.
I know in hindsight it was a bad idea, but I was at the mothership at the time. It was amazing because we had something to talk about in early, mid-July.
Yeah.
I mean, going back, it was a terrible idea. It's one of those things where bad for you, great for us.
But I also think if you look at it, player entitlement, player power was on display. LeBron James said to the mothership, we want to do this. We want an hour of programming to announce where he's going to play. Now, there are very few players, athletes who'd be able to do that. But I thought when you think about player empowerment, that was maybe at the start of all of this. And LeBron James, look, was the announcement awkward? Yes. Did they handle it in a way that I wouldn't have? Yes. But still, it was unique TV. Yes, Marvin.
And the funny thing about it, well, maybe not funny, but that entire season, the 2009-2010 season, that was one of the big storylines. Where's LeBron James going? When he went to New York, where he went to New Jersey, people, please come, LeBron, please come to, our team. And so there was so much hype around it. I can understand why you would do a big, announcement like that, but it just was, Jim Gray. I felt bad.
Yeah, and I know Jim helped put this together with Maverick Carter, all of LeBron's team, and it was, the unfortunate part is I thought, get the announcement out of the way. Now let's react to what it means for Miami, what it means for Cleveland, get a reaction there instead of waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And it felt like you got to the point where you're like, okay, just get it done. Okay, just announce it here. But look, that's where you have the geniuses at the mothership saying, this is how we want to present it. And granted, LeBron, I don't think it was as deep into the hour as I remember it. It just felt like it was forever. What was it, 17 minutes in, Paulie?
Yeah, I just went back and looked. Remember, this is 2010. This is very early in social media. Facebook was juicy, but Twitter had just gotten rolling, so it wasn't instant reaction. It was 32 minutes into a 1-hour show.
Okay.
It was the start of the 4th segment of the show. Then they spent the last 25 minutes reacting and talking about it. But people were bothered in the moment with the let's get this going thing.
Yeah.
But LeBron had to wear that part of it. They wanted an hour show. That was part of the negotiations. At first, it was going to be a half-hour show. And then it was negotiated to a 1-hour show because how many more advertising dollars can you get?
Yeah, and if you go to, when you get into that second half hour, that's what you're looking for. Can we stretch this and we're going to get credit for 32 minutes here? Yes, Marvin?
What were people more angry about? LeBron's announcement on TV or the fact that Greenwich, Connecticut had a Boys and Girls Club?
Those kids got to play ball, Marvin. And lacrosse isn't the only sport in town.
They had to leave their estates to go to the Boys and Girls Club.
Wait, who was there in attendance?
Kanye
was there.
And a young Donovan Mitchell was there also.
Mitchell was there. And now, full circle, 16 years later.
Yeah, the Boys and Girls Club helped him.
Yeah.
Oh, they reenacted?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could have Donovan Mitchell sitting there. How old was he? So 16 years ago, he's probably 15, sitting there. What was Kanye West doing there?
That's a great question.
You know what? I could apply that to a lot of different things with Kanye West. Like, why is he there? Why is he at the pyramids? Yes, Paulie.
I did find a story that had like a background on the decision. Kanye West showed up, and with no entourage and no advance notice, he just walked in like almost anybody else and got in. I don't know if that's true, but that's in one of the stories.
But I like what the Lakers did. I think they're a better team today than they were a couple of weeks ago. Look, LeBron, you can't replace LeBron in a variety of ways, but you got to move on. I think this happened to the Lakers with Kobe those last couple of years. They weren't good. They weren't going anywhere, but you tuned in because you were going to see Kobe and you knew Kobe was going to play hard, but they weren't making the playoffs. They weren't good. LeBron, you're still going to be able to compete. And I'm sure the person who is going to stay away from the media this week out here in Tahoe, Steph Curry. Because we tried. We tried a couple of times. We even invited the entire family. We were like, well, just have them all on, and then we could get around to, hey, where do you think LeBron's going to go? That's one of those, and I'll see Steph tonight. They have the pairings party, and that might be one of those. Last year, he got up, gave me a big hug. Marvin was with me. It was like, big hug there. There weren't any questions like this. Because now it might be, hey, Dan, and then he might just go back to his drink. Yeah, Paulie.
You're all right, though. We were trying to get Steph Curry on the show, and I said to Fritz, I go, invite the entire Curry family. Anyone named Curry in the tri-state area.
Eddie Curry.
Eddie Curry can join us.
We'll serve Curry, whatever it is, But you can bet he is not going to be wanting to entertain that question. Yes, Paulie.
All right, I have a question for the room, a basketball question.
Yeah.
If you were Steph Curry a week ago and were presented by your GM, should we pursue LeBron? Your answer would
Yes.
be what? A quick yes.
Yes. Yes, they're not winning anything. But if you can get him, maybe Jimmy Butler's healthy, Draymond, LeBron reportedly spending a lot of time with Draymond Green, which I don't know what that means, but probably podcast stuff. But if I'm Steph Curry, you're not winning. This is your last chance, too. These are both guys. They're both tied with number of championships at 4. So how about we get one together? We'll leave with 5. But yes,